Hello friends, welcome. So in today's video, I just wanted to share a few items that was sent to me a couple months back. And this was sent from Craspire. I'll have all their information below. But I have here the wax seal warmer, comes with a little spoon, and these little marble coasters, and some stamps as well. So I'm just going to be playing around with these in the video, just giving a few tips and tricks. I also made a couple of other videos in the past of wax seals, and I'll go ahead and have them linked here as well if you'd like to go ahead and look at that playlist. I'm using a few wax seal beads that I got from Hobby Lobby. So they came in these little canisters as well. And yeah, I like these colors. I'm going to be using some of these. Also, this video kind of gets split up. So you might see like me with my nails done like this, and then it goes like totally to another video. But I kind of had to mesh them together because this was filmed right when I got the set, and I had meant to post it, but I didn't get around to it. So it's kind of like meshed up. But I was cutting this wax seal, the little top of the wick, just so that it's not so strong and it doesn't hit directly on the spoon. Later on, it actually does. I think this specific candle may have been a little too thick for this or too hot. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna show you here in a minute that the flame was just too high and too hot for this. So I had to do a couple of different things to kind of fix that, because you don't want the wax to be like super hot to where it's boiling and bubbling, because then you'll get like a lot of bubbles in your wax seals, which you really want to avoid, and you don't want that. So I did leave all that footage here in the video because I kind of do want to show that, but I did want to show this lovely wax seal stamp. I really love this one. This one is like a book with a teapot. It really was giving me like those Alice in Wonderland vibes, and I remember picking this because at the time I was working on the Alice in Wonderland theme junk journal. If you have seen that one, I'll go ahead and link it below too in the playlist if anyone's interested in that. But that's what inspired that specific wax seal. So you'll get a closer look at that in a minute. But I was just showing here that the flame was a bit too high and it was getting really hot. So yeah, you can see that black smoke is not good because it was kind of charring the bottom. So you definitely want to avoid that. Yeah, and maybe get a smaller candle, or maybe even cut the wick of the candle a little shorter than I did. But yeah, you definitely want to avoid it from getting too hot and bubbling, as you can see here. Also, if it gets too hot, it may turn it too liquidy, and it can get out of shape and like just, spill everywhere and get really messy. So you don't want that. And I'm also doing like a very slow dropping there, as you can see. I'm trying to keep it, you know, in that circle, like, very slowly putting it down, because I didn't want it to drip everywhere and just go crazy. If it's too hot, it will get all misshaped and disformed, and yeah, just look really not good. So also wanted to note that as well. To give you a little close up here of what I'm talking about, this flame is way too high and you don't want it to go over like that. So that's really not good. This is just trying to show you exactly what you don't want. You can see even that it's burning around there. And also, you may want to put this up on one of those coasters. Not sure why I had the candle directly on the desk. I mean, I had that little rubber mat on the bottom, but still, may have been a little too hot for the desk itself. And so yeah, that's the way that one came out. I really like this wax seal, as you can see there. Really cute. And I did want to just share with you like these tips, because sometimes when you're starting off, yeah, we often make a lot of these mistakes. So to avoid that, this is another one of the wax seals that I got from Craspire, and I'll also link them, like I said, below in the description box. They did give me, I think, a promo code. I believe it's Tash makes 10. You get 10% off of your order if you're interested in picking up any of these specific wax seals. They have such a huge selection, and yeah, it's like overwhelming. So much to choose from. And yeah, a lot of nice things. So if you're interested in any of the items that you see or just want to check them out, I'll go ahead and have that information in the description box. And as you can see here, I have a few wipes next to me. Like anytime I'm messing around with wax or, hot wax, anything like that, you do want to keep um, some wipes next to you, just to wipe the bottom as well if it gets like charred. But I like this specific one. It's very tiny, as you can see, and I was showing you both sides you can pretty much use. You can use that flat end, or you can use the decorated side of the stamp. So yeah, just whichever side you want. And you can see like I really put like a really small amount of wax. Look how cute this is. So tiny. And yeah, I just love it. And it has like the perfect amount of weight to it too. It's like, pretty heavy. It's solid. Really, really nice. I want to get a few more of these. They're just so cute. I love that one. And yeah, I really like these. I do recommend them. I want to get a few more. I think they had a couple different styles of those as well. I just like the weight that it has to it. And yeah, I like the print, and those are really fun too. The only thing, of course, you can't take off like the head or adjust it. It's just a whole solid piece. But yeah, I really do like those, and I think they're a little cheaper than the wax seal, detachable heads. But yeah, they're really, really nice. And they have them in like such a range, like so many different things you can select. You can see here, I'm showing you like that it started to bubble, and you really don't want that. It's getting too hot. So now I'm just looking for something to mix this and like, cool it down. Because it was way too hot and it started like to crackle around there. You really don't want that crackling noise or anything like that. So you really do want to avoid that. Um, and you can see I told you like I end up having to find something out to do. So I kind of put these stamp blocks, these clear blocks underneath it to kind of lift it up from that candle, because it was just too strong, too much heat. And so yeah, I think that wax, that candle might have been, just too. I don't know if I used this one before. Maybe I used a different one. I'm not sure what was going on that day, but that specific candle that I had, and I did cut the wick as you saw in the beginning. So I don't know. Maybe like I said before, I had to cut it a little more or something. I'm not sure. But yes, you definitely want to avoid it from getting too hot. And yeah, be careful with the hot wax. You can also burn your skin and all that, so just be very careful when dealing with this. Yeah. And if you're a child, I wouldn't suggest doing this alone. You should do this with an adult. But yeah, I don't think I have any children watching my videos, which is good. This is not a children's channel, but I do a lot of crafting with my kids. So yeah, they always want to help me with the wax seal specifically. So I normally would put the wax down, and then they'll just put the stamp in. And yeah, it could be a little disastrous though, because one time I think the whole thing flipped over and I was like, okay, everybody out. This is getting crazy. Hot wax was everywhere. I was like, all right, yeah. So I don't know if this is the best craft to do with little ones. Um, but they really love watching me do it and enjoy, yeah, playing around with the wax seals. They really do like this. But I would suggest using the glue gun with them. That might be a little easier than, the candlestick. And now I think they even have like these other wax warmers where you could plug in. I seen on Amazon. I'm gonna probably try that one out too next. I just want to try all of them. I also did another video. If you haven't seen my other videos, it's your first time. I kind of did a video on like using all three methods: the stick alone with the flame, warmer like this, and then the glue gun. Just gave a couple tips and tricks there as well. I'll have that video linked below if you'd like to watch it, but lots of good information there. And so for this one, I'm gonna make into like a little charm. So I just made that extra little piece on the top of it, as you can see, kind of like messy. And then I put the wax seal on the bottom, because the top I want to put a little hole there and an eyelet and make it into like a little charm. So I've been having a lot of fun lately making charms. I also had a couple of sales on my Etsy account. I have a lot of charms listed there, like wax seal charms. Pretty much, I don't have a lot of time to take all the photos of every single charm that I have, but you have a request, you can request it, and I'll try and fulfill that request if I have it. Okay, so this here is a little dangerous. Oh, dripping the wax seal onto dripping the hot wax onto the seal like that. You have to be very careful. I think I may have burned my finger when doing this. And it gets very, very messy. Like, I've seen other people doing it and it just like looks so quickly done. Like, I just wanted to show exactly like how things can go very wrong quickly here. With the hot wax, you can see like it's still steaming there. And yeah, that's not good. It's really, really hot. Um, so you have to be careful. I think I ended up, stopping here and just clearing everything out. But anywho, as I was saying, I was gonna do like multiple layers there. So I was filling in the wax seal with one color, and then I'm gonna add another color on top. But you have to be very careful doing it that way. I think I like to do it the other way that I showed in my other video, just like cutting around the wax seal and then putting it in the top and then adding the colors that way. Yeah, if you don't understand what I mean, you can go ahead and watch that video. It's just like when you're adding like the two different color waxes. I really do like the effect and like the look, but it really depends on the wax seal. If it's like a 3D wax seal, it's a lot easier to do the multiple colors and like cut out the pieces. If it's flat, then it's a lot harder. You really can't do it that way. But yeah, there's so many different like cool things you can do with wax seal. So fun. And decorate. I couldn't get this out. I don't know, it got stuck. Okay, there we go. So this one has the two-tone colors, as you can see there. It was like the green mushrooms with like the gold background. So I kind of like just cut it out. And that's how I got that. You can definitely play around with the colors and mix them up and see what you get. Sometimes it'll say you get a marbleized effect if you like kind of mix it in. Not too much. You don't want to mix it all in together, because then it'll just make one mush color, but just mix it lightly. You have like that little marbleized look if that's what you're going for. But yeah, these are like half an inch here, these little circles. Actually about an inch. yeah, about an inch, you can say, the tiny ones. And then the other one is about 2 inches. So depending on how big the wax seal head is, then that'll also determine how many little wax seal beads you actually put in. So for like a bigger one, I would put 4. A smaller one could be like 1 or 2. You know, it just really depends. And in a few moments here, this part on this day kind of breaks away, and then it goes into the next like couple of weeks later. I had recorded this part like right when I got it, and then I never was able to get it out. There was just so many things that was going on, and I wasn't able to get this video out. So like this video, I've had in the works or trying to get it out for some time now, so it kind of is a little jumping all around, but I hope you do get some new tips and tricks out of this as well. And I hope I'm able to show you at least some of the items that I did get from Craspire, and you can also use the promo code if you like as well. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that, and hopefully you know, someone will benefit from it and help someone out. Um, so again, this is a couple months or weeks later. I don't know how long it was, but it was a while. And so I just wanted to show you here, like this is already used, so it was already worn down there. So I didn't have no issue with the flame of this one, you know, the way it was when I originally started. Um, Everything worked out just fine. It wasn't too hot, so that's good. And then I just had some extra wax there that I was cutting from another one I guess I didn't like. You can also do that. That's what I like about having this method, like the little spoon, because you can, like, you know, cut up other little pieces, let's say of wax seals that you made that just you didn't like the way they came out, or you want to use that color for something else or whatever. I think here I believe I had an order, oh yeah, for these letters. Someone had ordered like some black and gold letters they wanted in charms, so I quickly fast forward that part. But yeah, that was me doing that order. My Etsy shop, I also have the link below if anyone's interested in checking out what I have there. I just have a lot of paper crafts, wax seals, some journals, and so forth. Yeah. And so this time I'm deciding to use 2 warmers at the same time because I want to do like 2 tones. So to do that and just to make it a lot faster, I'm gonna use 2 at the same time. But these are just some more of the wax seals that I did get from Craspire. Again, a nicer look at this. So this little peacock, really, really cute. And the same one from before, I think I showed you this heart. And there was this one, really tiny one. And yeah, I think I also did get a plain one, just like nothing on it, solid. And then that one was a frame. So I think that was all of them. But yeah, like I said, they have like so many that you can choose from. A huge store and full of things. They have like regular clear stamps, just so many things you can get there, like not only wax seals, but they do have a lot of wax seal choices, so it's really nice. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take my wax seal beads out, and I just want to show you like kind of how I do the two-tone again. Oh, I am using this little spatula to help, you know, lift off the wax seals. You can see there I have My fingernail flipped off. Yeah, I was opening a package and I had kind of like, chewed off the bottom of it and the whole thing flipped off. I don't know, it was just horrible. There was a lot of stuff going on this month and yeah, I was a mess. As you can see, my nails are a mess. They look crazy and yeah. Okay, anywho, besides that, back to the wax seals. Okay, so you can also get like little sticks to stir it if you need to. Mix it in, let the process go a little faster. What else here? So I do like when you're doing the two-tone colors, you can use two different wax seals at the same time just because um the time frame, like you want it to go by fast. So I ended up getting another one here shortly. You're gonna see that. So I'm trying that method again where you kind of like put it on there and then spackle it out. I don't really like doing it this way. It can get messy and um it was just a little difficult for me. So I also took the a little torchy thing there and kind of went over it again because it was kind of cold in the house. I think also the temperature, in your house also. Um, I know I turned off the fans and all that because I didn't want the wax seal once it hits the metal to like get all dried up really quickly. You need like a little bit of time. You see how that came out? You need a little bit of time for it to still kind of be wet and loose so you can scrape that off. I think it was too cold in my house. It dried up really quick fast. So yeah, you want it to be really hot for that method. But this is pretty much the way it would look two-tone. And these are the little charms that I make. So yeah, if anyone's interested in those, I have those in my Etsy shop. And to do it, it's a little tricky, like I said. Like you really want to get it to where it's like super hot and like watery at that point, and then just like kind of scrape everything off. But you don't want to burn your hand. You got to be really careful. It does take a couple tries, and yeah, just try it out and just see how it works best for you. I actually like to just stamp it out and then just cut around it. I ended up doing that a lot better. So just take one, whatever color is gonna be in the middle, like that. Like I think it's the blue, and then I'll just cut around it, then put the remainder back into the little pot to heat up, and then make another one with the leftovers. And you can see like I just put that right back in the pot and heat it up so no wax seal is wasted. No wax is wasted here. And yeah, and I think that's a lot easier. And then you just put the wax seal kind of back into um the head of the wax seal and then put it back in when it's hot. So I'll kind of explain that and show that when I'm doing it. But right now I was just cutting that up. I didn't notice I was kind of off camera there cutting it. So yeah, sorry about that. And so this is the way it looks when it comes out. I think this is the easiest way to do like the two-tone if you want to do the wax seals with multiple colors. Um, but yeah, I just put it back into the wax seal head, put the wax back on there. As you can see, the other color, I believe, was purple. So the peacock I have is blue. And then the base of it is going to be purple. So let's get that back into it. You can actually heat it up a little bit maybe to make sure it stays put and doesn't fall out. Because if it falls out, it gets out of place, you can get all messy. But I'm opening another one and you can see this one is brand new. So hopefully it doesn't burn up again. Yeah, I already see a little bit of smoke. But that's how you put it in there. As you saw, just put it back in, put the wax there, and then make sure that it's lined up and it doesn't fall before you put it in. So yeah, you see I'm like, it's too much smoke. Um yeah, I think I'm using the wrong candle here, so make sure you get the right one. Don't be like me and get this candle that just is too high for this, and it makes it too hot. Yeah, you don't want this stuff burning up, and it gets really messy, and then just makes, everything all charry, and get this black in there. But yeah, see how that looks? The purple base with the blue peacock. I love it. I think it came out so cute. I love doing the multiple colors. I think I'm gonna make that one into a charm as well. It has a nice space on top to put a little eyelet there, so it's perfect. And so you can see, like, I'm going back and forth here. Do I end up doing? Oh yeah, I do. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna make this into a charm. Now I just have the crocodile here. Everything that I use will be in the description box below if anyone's interested in anything that I do use here. I normally put all the items in the description box. And if they're Amazon affiliate links, then yeah, I'll get a small commission out of those. Very, very small. But did you see how those two came out? I love the way the charms come out. Really, really cute. And you can see this is a little time consuming. If you want the two tones, it does take some time. You do have to cut everything out. And this little peacock, just I think the nose or the little piece kept coming out. It's so tiny. And like any little cut, like it just kept like ripping off. So I was getting a little frustrated because I kept having to go back and do another one. And like the little piece kept coming off every time I cut it. It was just so fragile. So I got to be really, really careful with that. The bigger ones, like I think I did the hearts before in my other video, the two-tone hearts. Those are a lot easier. The heart shape is a lot easier to cut out. Yeah, so you see I'm just heating it to get that stuck into there. Make sure it just stays in. You can also heat it again once it's in there. And yeah, so that's how I get it to stick. Hopefully that little trick works for you as well. It normally works for me sometimes. Like I said, my house is a little, see how it just fell out? No, you don't want that. You don't want that to happen. It gets really messy. Yeah, and then look, now I have to do that whole thing over again, warm it up. So you can see how it can get time consuming and what have you. So yeah, I just want to leave all this in here so that you can see like exactly the things that I do wrong, how you can fix it, what not to do, pretty much. Don't be like me. Don't do this. But yeah, you can see it's getting really messy. I think I ended up breaking here at one point, and I just like reset because it was starting to get a little chaotic here. Very, very messy, and a lot of the bottom was like getting charred, like, so I wanted to clean everything and make sure that none of that char was getting into anything. I didn't want any black stuff in the wax seal, like getting inside and messing it up. So yeah, I did end up cleaning all this up eventually. But yeah, the two-tone look is really, really cute. Just takes some effort, some time, a little bit of skill, technique. And yeah, you'll get it eventually. But you do have to play around with it a bit. And yeah, eventually it'll come out really nice. Look at that one. Came out beautiful. I love it. And I turned that one into a little charm as well. So yeah, absolutely love these. I hope this method works for you as well. If you have any tips or tricks as well, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I'm sure there's like plenty of things that I'm doing wrong here, or maybe someone who's more skilled has some really great ideas. Yeah, let us know in the comments below. I've been doing these wax seals for quite some time now, and yeah, it just takes time, play around with it, and eventually, you'll get it. I do like, for mass making, I do like using the glue gun. Just because it's a lot quicker, a lot less mess. But yeah, just depends on what you're doing. And yeah, but if you need to reheat any little pieces, then you need the little pot like this. So that's what's good about this. Like any of the little pieces that I'm cutting up, I can go ahead and reheat that right away and reuse it. So it's kind of, all of them have its own little thing, pros and cons, what's good or not. But I have a more detailed video on this stuff. Like I said before, I'll go ahead and have it linked below if anyone's interested in checking that one out. This video again is a bit messy. Literally, I have such a mess on my desk. It got so messy in the beginning. I know it started off so nice and clean, and then it turned into this. So yeah, it does get messy. Make sure you keep a lot of wet wipes next to you. And yeah, stop to clean it up periodically because you don't want that black char to get in any of your stuff here or like dripping into it. You see that? Yeah, that black char. That's what I'm talking about. You don't want any of that in your wax seal, and it could drip into the wax, and it's just like you, that stuff it gets everywhere, and yeah, it gets really messy. Okay, so I think the video is coming to an end here. If you got to this part of the video, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate all your support and love. Um, Also, if you're new here, consider subscribing. I have a lot of videos on junk journaling, mixed media, and just all kinds of paper crafts, wax sale videos. And yeah, if there's anything else you want to see from me, let me know also in the comments, and I'll try and get that video out to you as soon as possible. But this one, unfortunately, did take some time. This last couple months have been crazy, and it's just lots and lots of stuff happening. So yeah, just trying to get it all together. Hopefully, things will start clearing up, and yeah, I'll get back on track. Uh, so I think I end up doing a couple of hearts as well at the end. But yeah, I love the peacock, the purple, the gold, the like turquoise bluish. And yeah, I just put some of this gilding wax on it. Love that stuff. It works great on everything. And yeah, so you can see here, I think I finally took everything, I cleaned it all up. So I was resetting again because I wanted to do a two-tone, I think it was like some cherries, and actually I think it was a three-tone, right? Cherries. So I had like some blue leaves, red cherries, and then the background I think was yellow. So I wanted to make sure to use those lighter colors, that everything was clean, and I had a nice uh reset and start for that. So and that specific wax I believe is 3D, so yeah, it's a little easier with 3D to do all those colors, but it still took me a bit of time. I also did some butterflies as well, and yeah, the butterflies were really fun. The kids were there with me when I was doing the butterflies, and I think we picked out like three colors for the butterflies too. I think it was like yellow, purple, and blue, or blue, pink, and purple. I don't know. You're gonna see here in a bit, but the kids were helping me like take out all the little different colors. They were coming up with the color schemes and all that, so they had a lot of fun with that as well. Like I said, I try to keep them away from the flames and away from the table because I don't want anything knocked down. So they're off to the side picking out the colors and all that for me to do and what have you. So yeah, but they really love this stuff too. So they always want to help me when I'm doing anything crafty. So you see there, I did do the dripping method from the top, and then I'm scraping the excess off for the little cherries. So that was for the red cherries. And then I'm gonna do the green, I think, for the leaves, and then the base of the circle around it is gonna be that yellow. So yeah, I am using these little, I don't even know what they're called, little stamper things that go around it. I'll have that in the description box below as well if anyone's interested. And yeah, that's the way that one came out. I think it came out pretty good. I think maybe a little bit of black char came on the side of that one, as you can see. But yeah, so this one I just cutting out the red heart, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put that. I don't know if I did blue. I don't remember, but you'll see it here in a minute. So with the shapes like that, like the bigger ones, it's easier to just like stamp it out, then cut it out, like fussy cut, and then so I did a couple of those like that where I just like cut them out and then did the base color around it. So you'll see that here shortly. I kind of fast forward it because this video was getting very long. If I was to record everything, this took several hours. So it is time consuming. Of course, I did edit it, so I cut out a lot of the things, um, and yeah, it might have been made it a little choppy. So, but for the most part, I hope you're able to follow along again and got some good tips and tricks here. And you could just play this video while you craft along with me or whatnot, or rewatch it another time. But yeah, I did want to share exactly how I did everything and like how I messed up and how you can kind of fix that and what have you. So I need to just show it all if I can. For the most part, show how I did everything and all the items that I've used. And yeah, so I did already have the pink heart in there. And so it's going to be the pink with that like royal blue. And again, I was just trying to get all that gunk off the sides there. But I love how the like bright red heart with that royal blue and it has like these shimmers in it. So pretty. So I think I did a couple of those. And then I think after that I went on to the butterflies. But I don't remember if I have footage of that. I think I do end up showing it. I'm not sure. So we're going to see here shortly. Okay, so here are the ones that I've worked on throughout this video. Again, I did a poor job in showing everything. But I hope you get the gist of it. These came out just so cute. I love all the charms and the different colors. You can see most of them are two-tone, or you can even color it in with a marker like that or gilding wax like that one, as you saw there. So many options that you can, use to color them up. Yeah, so that's all of those. And then I also did want to show you a few others. So I keep them in this little box here by my desk, and then whenever I want to use them, I just have them ready. Or if I have an order or whatever needs to be filled, I kind of keep those actually separate in some Ziploc bags. They're all kind of organized. But yeah, so I also made these hearts. Like I said, the hearts are a lot easier, because you just cut them out. The shape is a lot easier. It's not like so intricate and little corners and whatnot. So I made those for Valentine's, and then those were the letters I was working on. I also will show you at the end. I did like some autumn looking color ones, for the fall and autumn and what have you. So I really like those colors. These are the ones I told you the girls were helping me with, the butterflies. These came out so cute. I think I also had a blue and like yellow. Really cute there. I didn't get to show it here, but really lovely colors. And then these were all done with the red wax, like some like burgundy, like deeper red, and it's like a shiny, and some gilding wax on it as well. So a little close up of those, as you can see there. And then this is the autumn. You know, you can just write anything. I also did like fall and all kinds of things. You can put them on charms, you can put them on a page for a layout and journal, however you want to do it. Just decorate to your heart's content. And then this one you may have seen in a short clip, but that was the one I think I showed you in the beginning of the video, that I made, and I just added that little my favorite stamp on cloth with this bow pin as a charm. And then these are just some that I put some glitter on. And yeah, that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in another video. Bye.